Last week, WDI USA circulated an action encouraging declaration signatories to contact their elected representatives in the House to support Bill HR 3887, the Children's Hospital GME Support Reauthorization Act of 2023, and request that it be brought to the floor for a vote. With some exceptions, this bill would eliminate all funding for the education and training for medical residents and fellows in children's hospitals that provide gender-affirming care. Next, in news that will hopefully have a significant impact, Roxanne Tiger Reed, the spouse of whistleblower Jamie Reed, has publicly announced that she is detransitioning. In the Free Press exclusive, Roxanne details the multiple traumas and health challenges she experienced growing up and acknowledges how those experiences shaped her sense that becoming a woman would mean subjecting herself to a lifetime of assault and abuse and experiencing relentless mental and physical pain, which led to her decision to begin taking testosterone at the age of 31, and 5 years later having her breasts removed. She is now ready to publicly support Jamie and to begin speaking out against the harms of so-called gender-affirming medical care, as well as about how people have been misled by gender clinicians about its safety and effectiveness, citing the Cass Review's findings. In the biggest sports news of the week, 4 NCAA women's volleyball teams have now forfeited their matches against San Jose State University's team that includes male athlete Blair Fleming. Days apart, Utah State and the University of Wyoming joined SUU and Boise State in refusing to compete, making USU the 3rd Mountain West Conference team to forfeit a match against SJSU and the 4th team this season. Mountain West, which did not respond to a request for comment after the Wyoming forfeit on Tuesday, did not return a request for comment on Wednesday either. Previously, the conference told Outkick that the Mountain West Board of Directors would have to determine if they wanted to change current procedures if more forfeits were to happen. At the time, only one conference team had forfeited, Boise State. On October 1st, in the state of New Hampshire, at least 5 girls on the varsity squad of the Hillsborough Deering High School girls soccer team refused to play against Kearsarge Regional's team due to safety concerns over its star player, male athlete Mael Jacques. One mother of a Hillsborough Deering player stated that this isn't about transgenderism, this is about biology for us and the increased physical risk when playing a full contact sport against the opposing sex. The inclusion of Jacques on the Kearsarge team is in violation of state law, which requires all student athletes from 5th grade through high school to compete on teams that correspond to their sex. However, the Kearsarge School Board voted to ignore the law in order to allow for Jacques' continued participation on the girls' team. You may recall Jacques as the male athlete who earlier this year stole a state title in girls' high jump. As Riley Gaines pointed out at the time, he won the women's category with a 5-foot 2-inch jump. This is 10 inches lower than the best boys' high jump at 6 foot 0 inches. Another mediocre man atop a woman's. He must be so proud. A Virginia school board has agreed to pay a former high school teacher $575,000 in damages and attorney's fees as part of a legal settlement after he was fired in 2018 for refusing to refer to a female student as he. In his suit, filed in conjunction with conservative org Alliance Defending Freedom, Peter Vlaming claimed he was wrongfully terminated because of his religious beliefs, which wouldn't allow him to say something that directly violated his conscience. The settlement follows last December's landmark Virginia Supreme Court opinion in Vlaming affirming that the Virginia Constitution contains robust free speech and free exercise protections for public employees. Peter wasn't fired for something he said. He was fired for something he couldn't say. The school board violated his First Amendment rights under the Virginia Constitution and Commonwealth law, said ADF Senior Counsel Tyson Langhofer. And finally, last week, Redux broke the news that a man serving a 30-year sentence for bludgeoning a 55-year-old woman to death with a hammer has quietly been transferred into New Jersey's Edna May Correctional Facility for Women. Elliot Rivera Jr., who now calls himself Jamie Belladonna, described as female within the State Department of Corrections system, is also calling on the Department of Corrections to provide him with gender-affirming surgeries. Of note, Edna May is the same prison that housed the male convict who 2 years ago impregnated 2 female inmates before being relocated to a male facility. And that's all I have today. Thank you so much.